All right, we're going to record another video here. And this is coming off of the heels of Rob Liefeld. That's right, Rob Liefeld. We talked about Rob the other day live on the show. And I think Rob has made a response. And we're going to check out said response here today. So he says, I say this early and often. Many of you are trolled by comic book historians who provide misinformation. Sounds like a Joe Biden line. Misinformation, wrong dates, and wrong info. They are limited in their studies of comic book history and crumble over the slightest scrutiny. Turning on a camera and uploading to YouTube is not a certificate of authenticity. Be aware. Okay, so it may have been that Rob may have seen our video from the other day. Maybe. It also may be that Rob is just spurging like he normally does. The thing is that we did do a video on Mr. Rob Liefeld, and we talked about the similarities between an old character called White Devil, which our good friend Phil Leon, the Electric Crayon, currently works on now, with R.A. Jones and some old people from the old Malibu days with the new Silverline comics. That's right. So, what does that all mean? Well, it means that we have some inside information on when things were published and when things were done, and we went over that in a live video that we had recorded yesterday. So let's take a look at Rob's Twitter and see what's up. So here we are at Rob's Twitter. And I told him, Rob, we did the research. White Devil predates Shatterstar by months, Rob, by months. We break it all down. As far as I'm concerned, you are guilty. Not only that, we try to be nice to you. You blocked Max and I after we suggested to you that you bring back John Stinsman for Evangeline, the guy who basically made Evangeline for you. You blocked us, and then you go ahead and block a legend such as Ben Dunn. Why? All because he reposted a video that you didn't like, Rob. Man, Rob, you don't control the comic book industry. And I said, this is the part where you block me and we make t-shirts, such as the Eric July Block Me t-shirt, made by our sponsor, the Crooked Painter. Thank you very much. So we're going to read some of these comments and we're going to see what's going on. Mons Diegolo says, remember buying comics from Circle K when you can buy them from newsstands and before comic shops only? Took another level of dedication to be a fan. Unrelated to the topic. When I went to Baltimore Comic Con the other year, the Kayfabe guys and I were talking about how impressive it was that you held on to Comics Journal magazines at such a young age. They were laughing, saying they didn't know many kids growing up that would buy those or store those. You can buy Wizard magazines for like $1 at my local comic book shop. You just want to walk through down memory lane. They're good to have on the shitter, you know. Jim here says, no, Rob, I've been collecting since 1989, way before there was even the internet, much less YouTube. I'm not influenced by anybody about comics I wanted. Yeah, because most people that buy comic books, we're old. I mean, it's as simple as that. We're old. Let's see here. That's right. And people like you spread such misinformation because you want undue credit for design, such as the case with your defensive approach regarding White Devil. You stole key design elements for Shatterstar. Facts back it up. You don't need Batman for this. Case closed. So let's go ahead and see what's here, see what we can see. So there is an ad that was in Robotech 2 The Sentinels, published by Eternity Comics back in February 1990. Thanks to Phil Leon for getting us that information. And Rob's claim was that he drew Shatterstar in his apartment back in March. So here's a closer image of White Devil. You can see the swords, the spikes, the shoulder pads, the gun. And so what bigger people will do is they'll often steal from the smaller guys. They'll often steal from the smaller guys because they think it will go unnoticed. And then they go ahead and like, oh, that looks like a cool design, but they'll never get anywhere. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to, spice it up a bit, and I'm going to run with it like it's my own. The evidence is there. The evidence is there. I don't know what this is, but some video someone posted. It's all fine. Rob Liefeld, it would just be helpful if you could address the similarities in design. They are undeniable. So you're saying your design was stolen by the White Devil creative team? Are you upset about this? Artists should be protected, even yours. No, what we're saying is it's the opposite. And it's unlikely you're ever going to see Rob go ahead and address this. Though I will, once again, put out the open offer to Rob Liefeld that if you would like to come on the show and talk about this, we're more than happy to have you. You would have to do it free of charge and, on our schedule. Eric Larson had no problem coming on twice, Rob. So you're going to let Eric Larson outbeat you and talking with the fans and talking with the guys who are in the trenches right now making comic books? Or will you hear to my offer and, respond to us? Or will I get the block and then we got to make Rob Liefeld block me t-shirts? I kind of want one of those, though. I mean, here's the thing. We talked about this on the live show the other night, and I'll talk about it again briefly, is that we want to like Rob. Rob was a part of comic books. Whether his art is good or not, that's, art is subjective. But did he move the needle back in the day? Did he get people excited about comic books back in the day? Yes, he did. He was young, he was flashy. He came right up with the other guys, Jim Lee, McFarlane, all those cats. So Rob is forever going to be a part of iconic comic book history. However, Rob, those days are kind of over, right? Your one claim to fame now is like, your creations with Marvel. So that's, being Deadpool and Cable, more so Deadpool than anything else. And only really because Deadpool is kind of popular. And that was after it was taken out of your hands, right? So Deadpool was a completely different character. It was more of an assassin type, serious type. And then, when Rob sort of was out of the picture, Marvel took that character and made him a joke. But it was the joke that made him popular. He was like essentially Marvel's version of Harley Quinn. Not the original intention. But hey, of course you're gonna run with it because it's gonna make you some money. And I don't blame you for that. Make all your money, Rob. But understand this. As a guy who talks about being a comic book fan and a creator of comic books, we are the type of guys you would want to hang out with back in the day. Like, let's say you were a young Rob Liefeld now. We would be the crew. And I know that's sort of egotistical to say, but we really are, We are the new up-and-coming creators that are bringing new books to you, the masses, through Antarctic Press, through the comic book shelves, through the guy that you blocked, Rob, Mr. Ben Dunn, for no reason, by the way. You should just unblock Ben and apologize to him for that. But we're coming. We're coming like level 2 Tyler. We're showing up on shelves, and it's just going to get bigger, better, and badder. And by badder, I mean badass. Okay? So look out for us on the shelves. And by the way, Black Mary Machine Gun number 5, Dark America on Kickstarter from my good friend Max DeVille. Let's get that funded. And, keep your eyes out for more NYOBI. NYOBI Outbreak number 3 also coming to Kickstarter March 1st, if not a little sooner. So with that being said, guys, stay a word from our sponsor, and we'll talk to you real soon. Peace. All right, guys, if you're wondering who today's video sponsor is, look no further. It is me, Austin. It is me all along. And I just like to talk about, people ask, I like to buy NYOBI. How do I get some pigtails in my life? Where do I get started? Do you have any sites? What can I do to get your books in my hands? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to provide you that answer right meow. So here it goes, man. The first way you can do it, and probably the best way, is to my Shopify store. You can access that at nyobicomics.myshopify.com, or you can simply go to the YouTube channel where you're watching this video now. Go to the main page and click on Store. There you will see NYOBI items up for grabs. Just click on one and proceed from there. Now, let's say you're an eBay buyer. You like eBay, use eBay? Well, we got you covered there. eBay.ca, USR, Nyobicomic. If you just type in NYOBI on eBay, you're going to find me. I got several listings there. And on eBay, typically you're going to find the harder to get variants, a little bit of our more expensive items, and harder to find back issues. So if collectibles are your thing, eBay is where you want to go for more NYOBI. Where else can you get NYOBI? Maybe eBay's too expensive for you. Maybe you read on a budget. Maybe you like having books on a tablet, on a phone, read them on your PC, whatever.
So get Nyobi at Gumroad, Nyobicomics.gumroad.com. It's great for those who read on digital. We got lots of great items there. You can buy them for $5 or less. Nyobi on digital, Gumroad.com. Now, the other way you can get Nyobi is by going to your local comic book shop. Just the other day, Nyobi Birthright was released by Antarctic Press and in shops nationwide, worldwide. So go into your local comic shop, ask if they have any Nyobi. If they don't, ask them if they can order it. And if we happen to be in a time where we haven't released anything in a little while, maybe see if there's any Nyobi in those back issue bins. So Nyobi at your local comic book shop. But that's not all. You can go to antarcticpress.myshopify.com. Antarctic Press, of course, is the label that publishes Nyobi. You can go ahead and buy Nyobi directly from them online as well. So go ahead and give Antarctic Press, give AP some love, and tell Ben Dunn I said hello. But that's not it, folks. Our major way to get Nyobi, our preferred way, honestly, when it comes right down to the end of it here, is you can get Nyobi on Kickstarter when we release them. We'll be doing Nyobi Outbreak number 3 in March. We'll have all the Nyobi goodies that you can shake a stick at, plus Savage Sim, plus Nyobi Penguina, plus more. Nyobi Kickstarter. Kickstarter is where our biggest fan base is. It's where we make the most amount of money. It is what we plug the most. All those other things I went over just a little while ago, those are great if you're looking to catch up. If you're looking to get the latest, greatest, the newest issue of Nyobi as it comes out, Kickstarter is the way to go. But with that being said, however you get Nyobi in your life, we appreciate it. Nyobi 2024 is going to be the year of the pigtail. We got so much lined up, man. It's going to be crazy. So thank you very much for tuning in to this video. Stay tuned for more videos. And just know, I'm always the sponsor, Austin.